What's going on, y'all? We live and direct. I might not even be on here long because I know a lot of y'all are asleep. The majority of you all are already asleep. It's one, almost two in the morning. I don't even know why I'm up. I don't know why I'm awake. I have no idea, and I'm not really expecting nobody to hop on like this. And if nobody hops on, I will delete this live stream. But I was up. My son went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? My daughter in the room chilling out, whatever. And I kept thinking about the video, the live stream that I did about Mike Tyson being overrated. And so many people were upset with me and they were so mad. I'm gonna have to do this live stream while y'all up for real too, because I'm gonna want y'all to call in and explain to me why Mike Tyson was not an overrated fighter. Y'all, and I think when y'all hear he's overrated, y'all think I'm saying he was trash. I'm not saying Mike was trash at all. I'm not saying Mike Tyson was a trash fighter at all. Jabari, what's up, bro? It's super late, bro. I have no idea why I'm awake. I have no idea. To be honest with y'all, man. I'm up for no damn reason. um, Ruthless, was it Ruthless West? What's going on? Uh, but yeah, man. So the last live stream, Tremont, what's up with you? What's up with you? The last live stream, I did a video saying that Mike Tyson was great but overrated. And I got some pushback, man. I got some pushback from people saying that I was out of my mind, I was tripping, etc. So I kind of wanted to expound on my point about Mike Tyson being overrated. He said hi from France. What's going on? Bonjour. 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 Comment t'appelles-tu? Quiet storm, Chris. Quiet storm. You know how I get out, baby. Corey, what's up, man? What's up? Um, so look, hey, y'all coming on here, man. I'm probably gonna get some new people I ain't never seen. He's my favorite boxer. I'm 32. The older I get, the more I realize Tyson is overrated. So hear me out, y'all. Mike Tyson was a great heavyweight for his time. He's probably the most exciting heavyweight that people really remember, right? Mike Tyson not the GOAT. He's not. I'm sorry, Punzal. He's not. He was extreme, probably one of the most exciting fighters we've ever seen in boxing history. One of the few boxers to galvanize the world and galvanize America, like for real. Because it's been so many boxers, and people only remember about 6 or 7 boxers in our lifetime. There's been so many world champions, and only about 6 or 7 get remembered. And honestly, it's probably less than that, a few less than that. But yes, Evander Holyfield was better, 100%. So when I say he overrated, I say Mike Tyson is overrated because people think Mike Tyson is the second greatest heavyweight to ever live outside of Muhammad Ali. That's absolutely not true. Mike Tyson wasn't even the best heavyweight in his own era. And that's a harsh reality. But anybody that's a boxing fan that's unbiased will tell you that. We'll tell you that. Look at that guy, 6, old brother. I'm being for real. Anybody that's older and that is like that's unbiased that watch boxing will tell you Mike Tyson was overrated. Um, Most people that argue with me, first of all, I'm like Roger Mayweather around these parts. The original Black Mamba, Roger Mayweather. Most people don't know shit about boxing. That's what Roger Mayweather say. Most people don't know shit about boxing because they don't, right? Most people watch highlights. They watch YouTube, real fast YouTube clips. They don't watch fights. So all they see is this guy just knocking everybody out and say, oh my God, this is the greatest fighter we've ever seen. My question to y'all is, who was he knocking out? Who was Mike Tyson knocking out for real? And that's where we get a lot of the questions answered. Who was he stopping? Because it wasn't a lot of dogs he was stopping. It wasn't he didn't stop no elite fighters in their prime. Mike Tyson didn't beat one elite fighter in their prime. For real. And so when we judge all-time great fighters, we look at their resume, who they beat, when they beat them. He didn't beat one elite heavyweight in a prime. So that's when we have certain conversations that get uncomfortable for the public because the general public loves Mike Tyson, man. He was Mike Tyson introduced a lot of folks to the sport of boxing. So the guy that introduces you to the sport, you got a claim. He got a claim on your heart. He pulls at the heartstrings. But come on, man. A lot of my favorite heavyweights and favorite fighters, they beat fighters and they beat elite fighters in a prime. At least one. That's from Evander Holyfield, like George Foreman, Muhammad Ali, Larry Holmes. They beat elite fighters in a prime. One of Mike's best wins is Larry Holmes. Larry Holmes is like 38 years old and had retired for 2 years by the time he fought Mike Tyson. You know, he's talking about Michigan. He beat up dude with the Jerry Curl. We talking about Mitch Green, George Foreman, absolutely. George Foreman, absolutely a better champion than Mike Tyson ever was. Big Georgie became champion in 2 different eras. He was champion in his early 20s, early to mid 20s. Then was champion in his mid 40s. That is ridiculous, bro. Mike Tyson prime, if you ask somebody when Mike Tyson prime was, people would say you from 1986 to 1988. Do y'all know how old Mike Tyson was at that time? Like 22 years old, in his early 20s. In his early 20s. Who prime? Like, again, when your prime is in your early 20s, that's a problem. That's a problem when you fizzle out that early. That's a problem. But I think Mike has so many exciting knockouts that people, it just goes out of their mind because of what the knockouts he brought. Mike was knocking dudes out in the first round, and it got exciting for people. But when we talk about elite fighters, it's not ridiculous to say overrated because it's not saying he's trash. Overrated means you're just rated higher than what you're supposed to be. Most people you know got Mike Tyson as the second greatest heavyweight to ever live. That's simply not true, bro. That means you overrated. When you got Mike Tyson number 2 overall as a second behind Muhammad Ali as a heavyweight fighter, that's incorrect. It's not even close to being correct. Not even close. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? Oh, no, brother. What are we talking about? That's when I say you overrated. I'm not saying he wasn't a great fighter. I'm not saying he wasn't a very, I'm not saying he wasn't a great fighter. I'm not saying he didn't have skill. He did. But the problem is, Mike never beat an elite fighter in a prime. When Mike fought Spinks, do y'all know, like, man, let's be for real, man. No disrespect, man. I'm finna go to this fight, man. And let me tell you this, man. Hold on 1 second, y'all. 1 second. I did know he tried to attack Eve. I heard the Rough Riders, the Locks talk about it. My fault. I heard the Locks talk about it. But let me tell y'all this, man. Hold on, y'all. Yeah. So, all right, cool. I'm about to pull up the fight. Michael Spinks, man. When he fought Michael Spinks only had 4 fights in the heavyweight division. Michael Spinks' best years, Michael Spinks made his name as a light heavyweight. the light heavyweight champion. He was a legendary light heavyweight fighter. Not even a legendary cruiserweight, a legendary light heavyweight fighter. Right? Michael Spinks prime, he was a light heavyweight, less than cruiserweight. He had about 4 fights at heavyweight. Mike Tyson beat him. Michael Spinks was never no natural heavyweight at all. That was way out of his realm. He came in, fought at heavyweight and stuff, but he had like 4 fights there. So when you ask me Mike Tyson best wins, we are gonna say Razor Ruddock. You're gonna say Razor Ruddock. You're gonna say what's my man name? Frank Bruno. You're gonna say I'm trying to think who else you gonna say. I'm not giving you Larry Holmes. I'm sorry. Larry Holmes is too damn old. Larry Holmes way too old. Trevor Berbick. And I give you Berbick. Okay, Larry Holmes, Frank Bruno, Trevor Berbick, Razor Ruddock. Now, especially when we get to Razor Ruddock now. Razor Ruddock and Frank Bruno now, they was cool. They was cool. In the grand scheme of things, Razor Ruddock, Frank Bruno was never elite. Never elite. They was cool. But look who they was beating. Look who Razor Ruddock and them was beating. They wasn't beating no like, no. You know what I'm saying? So that's where a problem comes into play, right? I honestly, like, I don't think Frank Bruno was elite. He was good, he was cool, but I don't think he was elite. Like in the grand scheme of stuff, I don't think he was elite. I'm being real with y'all. I don't even like to play the games of if, ands, or buts, right? What do y'all think would have happened if Mike Tyson fought Riddick Bowe? Because he never fought Riddick Bowe. What do y'all think would have happened? I don't like to play the game of if, ands, or buts. If, ands, or buts. What do y'all think would have happened if he would have fought Frank Bruno? I mean, not Frank Bruno. Golly, Riddick Bowe. I think Riddick Bowe beat him. I do think Riddick Bowe would beat him. For real. Now, again, we never know because it never happened. But I think Riddick Bowe probably beat him. I think he would have. Now, then we gonna talk about, hey, look now, EJ. Mike has some little problems with James Quick Tillis too, though. Quick Tillis, he had a little problems a little bit with Quick Tillis for a minute, for real. So when I say these things, man, I think people think I'm just being a hater. I'm not. I'm just trying to tell people. Most people don't watch boxing, so they don't know these things. They just look at knockouts. And we have to judge it based upon who you knock out and when you knock some of these guys out, for real. And for real, like I'm not even trying to be funny. You know, you just got to look at it like that. Because people always say, what really makes me laugh is when people try to act like Tyson would have beaten a prime Ali in a theoretical matchup. I always tell people, you're crazy for thinking that. I don't even see, look at Malik. You think Floyd the GOAT. No, I don't. No, I don't. Floyd Mayweather was an elite champion. And I know he beat more Hall of Famers than Mike Tyson beat. And I know let me tell you something. I seen Floyd Mayweather Jr. when Floyd went up against Diego Corrales. Diego was a monster. And people thought Pretty Boy Floyd was finna lose. And Floyd went in there and made light work of Diego. I'm talking about light work of Diego. What makes me So even David Tua would have destroyed Tyson. Tommy, ooh, he said Tommy Morrison would have gave that brother problems. Black Mall, what's up, man? Y'all up late with me, man. What's happening, man? Floyd lost to Jose Luis Castillo. Yeah, that first fight was questionable. Floyd broke his hand in that fight. It was questionable. Floyd won clear in the second fight, though, to me. Clear. But that first fight, it was questionable. Floyd broke their hand, and he really was fighting, just trying to figure out a way to win because he broke their hand. He said, "What up, Mac? We talking about Iron Mike being overrated as far as all-time great, or I'm talking about all-time great. Like people look at Mike Tyson as the second greatest heavyweight to ever live, and he's not. He's not. A lot of times people, was he the most exciting heavyweight? One of the most exciting heavyweights we ever seen? Yes, probably the most. Nah, Floyd didn't lose a fight. He undefeated. But that first fight with Jose Luis Castillo, a lot of people feel like he can go either way. Some people flat out feel like Floyd lost that fight. Yeah, Mike, closer to 10. Closer to 10. Top 10, but closer to 10. That is my opinion as well, Black Mall. Top 10, but closer to 10. When I'm not talking about fighters all time either. I'm talking about heavyweight. Heavyweight. Not fighters, though. Heavyweight as a heavyweight perspective. Yes. Top 10, but closer to 10. Closer to 10 for sure. I don't got Mike Tyson better than Evander Holyfield as an all-time great heavyweight. Nor do I have him ahead of George Foreman. Some would even put him ahead of Lennox Lewis. Matter of fact, I'm not going to say Lennox. Lennox was a dog, man. We're not finna do that to Lennox Lewis. I even think Tyson beat Evander Holyfield because he knew he was getting beat again. Yes, and that's the truth. Mike wanted a way out of that fight, EJ. Mike wanted a way out of that fight for real. And that's the uncomfortable truth that a lot of people don't want to discuss, man. I think Mike wanted a way out of that fight. He realized he was in trouble again, and he didn't know what else to do. He didn't know what else to do but to bite to get up out of there. People be like, "Oh, he did it because Holyfield was headbutting him." But biting somebody is going to get you out of the fight, though. So why bite him? Like, that's going to get you out of the fight. It's going to end the fight early. You keep doing that, it's going to end the fight early. Now, listen, Holyfield used PEDs. Let me tell you something, Malik. It was no drug testing in boxing. So I believe all of them was on some stuff at that point. There was no drug testing in the sport. I believe all of them was on something. Mike Tyson included. I'm not saying it was the same drug or same steroids. It was no drug testing. So I don't know. Ali listing, and we say 80s Mike Tyson would have destroyed Lennox Lewis. We don't know. I know this though. I know this. Why? Okay. Tyson was on coke. That's it. You don't know what he was on. You don't know what he was on. It was no drug testing in this sport. I don't know what he was on. Punching power, speed, explosiveness, elusiveness, counter punching ability, granted chin, video game character, he maxed out in every attribute. Who maxed out in every attribute? Look, Mike Tyson, Little Jacob. Where do you put Mike Tyson in your all-time great heavyweights? Tyson might even lose to Usyk and Joshua. Man, them some big old heavyweights, man. I don't know how Mike would have beat them big 6'9", 6'8" heavyweights. Mike Tyson, I didn't stutter. Lil Jacob, what fighter Mike Tyson beat in his prime? What elite fighter Mike Tyson beat in his prime, Lil Jacob? I don't know the top five. Now he not top five either, Lil Jacob. Mike not top five heavyweight. No, no. Mm-mm. So you got Evander, Lennox, Ali, Foreman, Joe Frazier, Klitschko. Frank Bruno wasn't elite to me. He was good. He wasn't elite though. Hold on, what he say? You got Evander, you got Klitschko, you got Usyk. Usyk doing his thing right now. Usyk getting busy right now. I ain't gonna even hold you. Floyd. I mean, shout out Emmanuel Augustus. Was he really in trouble with Emmanuel Augustus? No, man. Emmanuel Augustus fought valiantly though, but no. Prime Mike Tyson was on a different level. Project Mystery. When was Mike Tyson prime? Don't nobody tell him. When was Mike Tyson prime, bro? When was Mike Tyson's prime? Give me the years. And Lil Jacob, Michael Spinks was a all-time great light heavyweight fighter. Light heavyweight fighter. Right? Not a heavy. He only had 4 fights in the heavyweight division. 4. He was an all-time great light heavyweight, not even a cruiserweight. Light heavyweight below cruiserweight. He was a small guy. His prime, Michael Spinks' prime, was as a light heavyweight fighter. Not even a heavyweight. You said in the 80s. So Mike Tyson prime was in his early 20s. From the time he was like 20 to 22. He had a 2-year prime. What great fighter had a prime in a beginning of their 20s and fizzle out after that? Most of them don't. Most fighters prime be in their mid to late 20s. EJ say, it seems to me every time Mike wins, he's in his prime. When he loses badly, he's not in his prime. That is the truth. When he lose, and this is why I don't like, here's the thing, bro. A lot of Mike Tyson fans, yes, he's the youngest heavyweight champion of the world. He is, for sure. But again, Project Mystery, what elite fighter Mike Tyson beat in his prime? He didn't beat one elite fighter in a prime. Bro, he lost against Buster Douglas, bro. He lost against him. And Pinklin Thomas, come on. Pinklin Thomas, bro, like, no. It was a 13 count. Okay, cool. Why he let Buster Douglas beat him? And guess what? Customato died in Mike Tyson's 8th fight. He won a belt without Customato there. He became heavyweight champion. Customato died in Mike Tyson's like 8th fight, bro. He wasn't even a champion then. He became a champion without Customato, all that without Cuss. So we can't use that Customato excuse now. He became champion of the world. The Iron Mike Tyson y'all saw, he was that after Customato died. So we can't talk about Customato. Razor Ruddock, go look up who Razor Ruddock beat. Marvis Frazier. Marvis Frazier. Go look up who Razor Ruddock beat. Razor Ruddock was never elite. He was cool. He was cool. Go look up Kevin Rooney. You talking about Kevin Rooney. Kevin Rooney. You talking about Kevin Rooney. Listen, man. I know I'm young. So I know y'all be like, he don't know what he's talking about. Yeah, I love boxing, y'all. I love boxing. Yeah, Tony Tucker cool. He cool. He ain't beat no again. Evander Holyfield got a better resume than Mike Tyson. He does. In Mike's defense, him going to jail ruined what could have been as well as his relationship with Teddy Atlas. You said Mike Tyson is the Shaquille O'Neal. No, Shaquille O'Neal is arguably a top 10 basketball player to people. I don't know if Mike Tyson is in somebody's top 10 fighters for real. Like a real top 10 all-time great. Mike Tyson not in nobody top 10 all-time great. A real boxing fan? Top 10? Top 10? No. Shaquille O'Neal is arguably in a lot of people's top 10. Y'all see, here you go trying to discount Shaquille O'Neal. Look at it. Kobe fan always trying to act like Shaquille, like Shaq was Hell no. Shaq is a 3-time champion, 3-time league MVP. I mean, not MVP, finals MVP. Some people got Shaq is again, don't like for real. I don't mind as at least top 15. At least top 15. Without question, a top 5 center. Without question. Mike Tyson not a top 5 heavyweight. So we not finna do like that. Got the elite boxers where they were washed. Okay, who he beat that was washed when he beat? You said it would have been interesting to see Floyd fight Mike instead of Jake Paul. Floyd too small, Miss Red. Floyd is a little bitty man, Miss Red. Floyd about 150 pounds, soaking wet on his best day. On his best day. Floyd, little itty bitty. He's a small man for real. Mike Tyson, big 220, 230. Yeah, that'd be way too unfair, man. Floyd is a little bitty guy. Just like Gervonta Davis, a small guy. Tank smaller than Floyd was, for real. You said Larry. What about Larry Holmes? What about Larry Holmes? Yeah, Riddick Bowe, man, Evander Holyfield was in 3 wars with Riddick Bowe. Wars with Riddick Bowe. Mac, I'm not trolling. I'm being for real. Hey, little Jacob, go talk to anybody. I'm not trolling. Go talk to anybody in their 40s that's a boxing fan. Like a real boxing fan. Most people are gonna tell you they boxing, they lying. Most people don't watch boxing. And if you want to test about if they watch boxing, tell them to name you 6 fighters fighting right now. I bet you they can't do it. Tell them to name you the weight classes in the sport. I bet you they can't do it. I bet you they can't do it. See, everybody like to act like they watch boxing. And they really don't be watching boxing for real. They don't. If you ask them, what weight does a welterweight fight at? Most people can't tell you. They'll tell you Mike Tyson, the greatest they ever seen. You ask them, what weight does a welterweight fighter fight at? They can't give you the answer. They cannot give you the answer for the weight class. Seriously, I see it all the time. People swearing up and down to me, Mike Tyson, the greatest I ever seen you ever in your life. And I asked them a simple question. Where is the welterweight? What weight do welterweights fight at? They start sounding like Shannon Sharp when Shannon Sharp got when Shannon Sharp got his point taken away from him by Dan Orlovsky. When Shannon Sharp got proven wrong against Dan Orlovsky, they started talking like Shannon. He had a young, hey. Where does the welterweight fight? What is the weight cap for welterweight? 165. Hey, hell no. Hell no. Come again. What do middleweights fight at? 185. Hell no. Hell no. So That's when I tell people, most people like the original Black Mamba, Roger Mayweather, will tell you most people don't know shit about boxing. They don't. Most people don't know a left hook from a jab. You know what I'm saying? So, come on. People think Mike would KO something. Most people be like, I wish Mike Tyson could have fought. Exactly. Nah, that's when you know. That's when you know. Bo and Lewis gave Holyfield crazy work. Yes, they did. And Holyfield won one of them fights against Riddick Bowe. I know who didn't fight Riddick Bowe, though. I know who didn't fight Riddick Bowe. His name rhymed with Bison. First name rhymed with like. My man Gary Russell Jr. might get the Lamar Roach fight. Would be, oh yeah, it would be. It definitely would. Shout out to Gary Russell, man. Gary got to be like 37, 38 years old now, man. So yeah, I know I'm young looking, man. So when I say these things, people be like, "Oh, this young boy, he has no idea what he's talking about." And I be like, "Au contraire, mon frère, don't underestimate me." Now, Riddick Bowe was that was weak of Riddick Bowe to throw that belt in the trash. It was when it came to fighting Lennox Lewis. You know, it was. But I still think Riddick Bowe might have beat Mike Tyson. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. If my memory serves me correct, Riddick Bowe fought. I think he fought what you call it before. Was it in the amateurs? He fought Riddick Bowe fought Lennox Lewis, if I'm not mistaken. And he seen Lennox was a problem for him, you know. But I think Riddick Bowe might have been able to beat Mike Tyson for real. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be real with y'all. Mike Tyson best days was behind him by the time he fought Buster Douglas. Before he went to jail. Before jail, Mike Tyson best years was behind him already. His best was behind him by the time he fought Buster Douglas. Only thing Bo beating Tyson at is a pork chop eating contest. That's fine. I'll give Mike Tyson one of the most intimidating. Yeah. Um Mike Tyson is definitely one of the most intimidating for sure. For sure. Grammys World say revisionist history on the Bo Lewis fight. What you mean? And what aspect? Revisionist history. You on this topic again, man. Who got you fed up? No, bro, SL, what's up with you, bro? I was sitting and I was thinking like, because I was watching some boxing clips this past weekend. And I was like, man, I really got to talk about this topic again. Because I want to expound upon it. I felt like I didn't expound upon myself well enough in the last live stream to say why I think Mike Tyson is overrated. Why I think he's not as high up as people have him on their list. Why I think people rate him so high, and it's because again he took on the world by storm. Yeah, but I'm looking at this comment. If a man says I'll F you till you love me, run. You run. Yes, you do run. Because that was crazy. That was crazy. When he said, I'm just ferocious, I just want to eat his children. Praise be to Allah. It was in the Olympics, right? In the Olympics, he beat him. Yeah. And really, Bo, he knew Lennox Lewis had some stuff for him based off of that. You know, a lot of my Hispanic coworkers are taking Crawford over Canelo. Your thoughts, Mills? Well, Hispanic people are tribal. They gon' and I mean, I can't always just say it's tribalism because Canelo's naturally the bigger fighter. He's been fighting at the bigger weight classes um for a while now. You know, Terrence was at 47 a couple years ago. He just got to 54, 154 pounds. So people were like, yo, Canelo, Canelo. And sometimes, I mean, Hispanics gonna pick the Hispanic guy, and I can't blame them for that. They riding with their country. The Mexican gonna ride with the Mexican. They riding with their guy. I think Terrence Crawford can win this fight if he chooses to box. Do not try to go into a brawl with Canelo. Brawling with Canelo, he'll lose and he'll get hurt. I think if he chooses to box and fight from the outside, I think he'll win. Canelo, his punch output is decreased as he's gotten older. I think Terrence Crawford is the more skilled boxer of the two. He just gotta box and he'll win to me. Um, hold on one second. Lewis was clearly better, but he didn't destroy Bo. Bo is a clinch fighter, and Lewis counters that style heavily. Bo was getting him on the stand-up game. Mike Tyson told the same fella he eat his A. Yeah, Mike Tyson was wild. Mike was saying a lot of stuff. Said Crawford versus anybody over there. Yeah, man. Bud rises to the occasion in big fights, man. Um, so Terrence been waiting for this fight for a long time now. Since he beat Errol Spence, this is the fight he's wanted. And I think Terrence is trying to prove to the world that he is indeed a generational fighter. I think Terrence Crawford is a generational fighter, a fighter that comes along once every certain generation. Is not. I think Terrence is a guy who can fight across different generations and still be an elite fighter. I think he's that good. And I saw that again. The way he made Errol Spence. Errol Spence was my guy at 47. That was my favorite welterweight. Errol looked like he was not. Errol looked like he didn't even have the accomplishments that he had. Errol he had unified 3 belts already and beaten most of all the welterweights and got to his belts one by one, one by one. People looking at that fight thinking Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence were not even in the same, like, that fight was predicted to be one of the fights of the decade. You know what I'm saying? But it was lopsided by far. When is the fight? September what? I forget the exact date. Like in September. It's in September, man. But yeah, man. I just think I think hold on. They always move the goalposts for Bud. I think beat Spencer blaming his eye injury. Once he beats Canelo, they blaming on Canelo's age. I mean, Canelo younger than Bud, but he's been boxing longer than Bud professionally. Yes, but Canelo younger than Bud. But they'll say Canelo been a pro for a long time, much longer time than Wisconsin. Um, Mike would have knocked Roy Jones. I mean, Roy Jones was traditionally a middleweight fighter. He went up to heavyweight, but heavyweight is not his natural. Heavyweight is not his natural weight. He went up there. He saw John Ruiz was sweet. He went up there to go take out Ruiz and come back down. You know what I'm saying? He went up there to go fight John Ruiz because he saw John Ruiz was candy. He was candy for him. Man, what you think about Rolly and Garcia? I know that fight was hurting for Garcia because I mean a lot of people looked at Rolly as inferior. That just tell me Ryan Garcia was on the dope. He wasn't even confident, bro. Not even confident. Rolly is not a they didn't done some good work with him. Barroso and them, they didn't did some good work with him. Ismail Barroso, not Barroso. What's his name? That ain't his name. Barroso ain't that band name. What the hell is that man name? I'm talking about the dude Tank, that dude Rolly fought. What is the dude? Not his name is not Barroso. What's the trainer's name? I'm thinking about the dude that Rolly fought, the old man that Rolly fought, and Rolly kind of beat. The old man really beat Rolly. They gave Rolly a stoppage, but yeah, Rolly not even a skilled fighter was winning rounds, like winning round, beat him by decision. Like Ryan, not that good. Ryan got power, he got speed, but that power wasn't. He wasn't even. It wasn't even confident. He wasn't even confident in his power. Ryan was on that dope, man. Ryan on that stuff, man. Ryan on that stuff, and I saw that in that fight. What you and after that his jaw proved to be weak. What you saying? Yeah, what's my Roy Jones? Roy started getting knocked out as soon as his athleticism started to wane. He started getting knocked out. My uncle used to always tell me Roy fought the wrong way. He did a lot of stuff wrong, but he made up for it due to his athleticism. He was much more athletically gifted than everybody. Than everybody. So it was just like he was beating them guys smooth because they couldn't touch him athletically. What you think the Bears doing this season? Uh, Best outcome for them is 9-7. I don't see them getting double digit wins, but 9-7. Best outcome for them. I love my Bears, but I think the best outcome for about 9-7. I think our schedule pretty tough this year too. Pretty tough. I gotta go look at the schedule, but I think it's pretty tough. Do I think LeBron should have been at Luka's presser? No, I don't think so. I mean, him and Luka cool. Like, what his presser for? What him getting the deal? Him getting that? What he got? What they have a presser for? The extension? The contract extension they just gave him? I mean, if it was Luka's presser coming to the team or something, yeah. I mean, he get an extension. If I'm Brian, I ain't got to be there for your extension now. You come into the team, yeah, but I ain't coming to the extension. I'm gonna have to do a regular video on this topic. So I just like engaging with y'all. I should have went on earlier because then we probably would have had 60 people on talking about Mike. You know, my only thing is that I think when Mike is so beloved, he gets a lot of excuses when he loses. It's always because he was on drugs. Well, who fault was that he chose to get on drugs? It's always, oh, he was chasing after the women. Evander Holyfield got a baby in every state, goddammit. And still was rising to the occasion in big fights. And still was a better heavyweight champion than Mike. So again, we can say this, then the third happened, but a lot of that stuff happened because that was Mike Tyson own doing. Now the case with the girl accusing him of grape, because that's a whole nother thing. But like when he fought Buster Douglas to say, oh, Mike wasn't focused, he was smoking, he was drinking, he was doing cocaine, he was on drugs. That's his fault. That's his fault he was on drugs and all of that. Don't be on don't be on that booger sugar when you know you got to fight the next day or days leading up to the fight. You know what I'm saying? Other fighters knew that and they didn't do it. But for Mike, we gotta. He lost because of this. Hey man, hey. He said Luca Pigs might be AI. He said AI, man. And I also think, man, I think another reason why people look at Mike as like this unbeatable warrior is Mike fits the description of what they think a heavyweight champion is supposed to look like. Super muscle bound. He looks intimidating. He fits the mystique of what they feel like. Oh, yo, this is the guy. Um, that's a tough dude in his physical appearance. And when we look at him, he looks scary. He looks intimidating. When we see the knockouts, it adds to the mystique. And if you say, man, Mike overrated, it kind of like it takes away from you having an image of him. And some people don't want that image of him to be gone. They don't. You know, it's kind of like even when you admit when I tell Kobe Bryant fanatics, when I say Kobe quit, they don't want to admit it because it takes away from the mystique of the Black Mamba that never say die, never give up. But when I bring up him not refusing to shoot against the Phoenix Suns, people got excuses for it. Oh, he was proving a point. They don't want to say, hey, he quit, he gave up. Because it takes away from how they look at Kobe. But it happens. I can sit here and admit that LeBron James is the reason why, God, leave it, that LeBron James is the reason why the Dallas Mavericks beat the Miami Heat. LeBron, my favorite player. I'm gonna tell you, LeBron James is the reason why they lost. Cause he froze up. I can sit and tell you that. But a Kobe Bryant fan not gonna admit that he quit against the Phoenix Suns. Cause it takes away from the mythos that Kobe never quit and he never say die. You see what I'm saying? Same thing can be applied to Mike Tyson. You don't want to believe that he ever was capable of losing. Because it's gonna take you away from this image you have of him as this godlike figure, and he wasn't invincible. People, they like to think of him as invincible. Canelo ain't going to fight Benavidez. Might have to go up and fight Dimitri Rule. Um, he might. Yeah, he might have to do something that Canelo couldn't do. Might have to beat Bivol. He might have to do something Canelo couldn't do. Um, why is you gotta finish up? Said why is Kobe a snake? Oh, he's saying because Kobe told on Shaq cheating on Shawnee O'Neal. Kobe got into the interrogation room and he told the police I should have paid the girl like Shaq be doing. The police then released to the public that Kobe said that to them. It got out to the public that Kobe threw Shaq under the bus when he got in trouble. Said, "Oh man, I should have paid him like Shaq be doing," that Shaq, admitting that Shaq be cheating on Shawnee O'Neal, and it got out to the public. When they got out, Shaquille O'Neal was pissed at Kobe. He hated Kobe after that because he did that, and Kobe and Shaq could no longer coexist. Kobe Bryant knew this. He then told Jerry Buss, either he goes or I go. Jerry Buss had to make an executive decision. You said that makes Shaq an even bigger. How did it make Shaq a cornball? Because Kobe told on him. You know what I'm saying? When Kobe got in trouble, he went and told him. So then They traded Shaq away because Kobe was 6 years younger than Shaq. Shaq was getting ready to exit his prime as a player, you know? So they said, we're going to go with the younger guy who's entering his prime now, which was the right decision. But that decision came because Kobe forced that to happen. He went to Jerry Buss and said, we got to either you keep him or either he go or I go. So, yeah, that's what happened. And that's why he said he a snake, because he told on Shaq. Now I know a lot of people don't like me mentioning that because it don't paint the Black Mamba in the best light and make him look crazy, but he did that. LeBron is on steroids and cheated the game. Until LeBron James tests positive for steroids and is proven, that's all speculation. Barry Bonds of the NBA. Has Barry ever tested positive? Everybody know he's on steroids, but Tyson only lost to 6'4" great fighters, except Buster Douglas. He said Kobe was a Karen. What's up for the time? Yeah, it's crazy. Don't cheat on your wife, Shaq. Well, we can tell Kobe the same thing. Don't cheat on his wife. Only reason Kobe told on Shaq was because he got in trouble for cheating on his wife. So we can tell Kobe, don't cheat on your wife. If you don't get caught in no trouble, you don't got to throw another man under the bus for something you did. So we can apply that to Cole too. Cole, don't be messing around on Vanessa. And you don't got to be in a position to throw another man under the bus. So let's be for real now. Let's be for real. We got to call it all across the board. Because the situation, Kobe was only in that situation because he cheated. Because he cheated on Vanessa. Clive is crazy. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Don't go in there waking your brother up now. You in that room, dude. Oh, okay. All right. I'm a Kobe fan. That was wrong. Aaron Shaq. Yeah, it was. It was. And it's okay to admit he was wrong for that. A lot of people don't like to say that because, again, it's just like, I don't want Kobe to be painted in a bad light. But it happened, man. And he told. And he shouldn't have never done that. Now, I honestly don't think Shaq ever got over that either. I think Shaq plays like he got over it because the LA fan base grew to love Kobe after Kobe won them 2 championships once Shaq left. And I think in order to get him to ingratiate himself back to the Lakers fan base, I think he, forgave him publicly. I don't think he never forgave him like that. How did it turn into a Kobe video, man? Somebody said something about Kobe in the comments, huh? Man, I don't think we really got no house. I think it's the little red house on the on the TV stand in the room, my room, under the TV. I don't think I know which color now. You see EFS Gatorade. Yeah, Shaq is absolutely clowned out for a lot of stuff he was doing in the locker room to people, putting people mouthpiece in his underwear and all type of weird. I'd have to fight him a long time ago too. He's another one that you got to whoop his ass. You got to whoop him too. He another one. But anyway, yeah, I think back to Mike Tyson though. I didn't get all the way off Mike. Yeah, man, I just think when you tell people the name Mike Tyson best wins, it's never going to be it's going to be Larry Holmes or old Larry Holmes. It's going to be Michael Spinks. who was a all-time great light heavyweight fighter. So yeah, man. Does Prime Usyk beat Prime Tyson? I don't know. I don't know. If we don't learn anything about Mac, we learn Mac hates being. I don't hate none of them. Tracy McGrady was one of my favorite players. I just grew up, man. Tracy McGrady was one of my favorite players growing up. I just grew up and realized a lot. I can't call you an all-time great when you never won a playoff round. That is egregious, Black Mall. And you know that. To never win a playoff series, that is egregious. You know that is not okay. You fight who's in front of you. Yeah, and when Mike Tyson got in front of the right ones, he lost, Dre. He lost against Evander Holyfield. He lost against Buster Douglas. He lost against Lennox Lewis. He didn't fight Riddick Bowe. So Dre Coleman, what did we learn, Dre Coleman? What did we learn from that? When he fought certain ones in front of him, he came up short. So, hey. So, like I say, I had a Tracy McGrady jersey, though, and I still feel like that. Like, dang. When I got older, I said, man, Mac ain't win one. He didn't win one series. We can't call you that all-time great. You can't get one series win. Because at this point, all your accomplishments, all your big moments come during regular season games. All-time great basketball players have signature playoff moments. From Mike to Hakeem Olajuwon to Kobe to Shaq to LeBron James, even Allen Iverson. You know what I'm saying? Eric the Young God. What's the word, Eric? He said, new subscriber. I rock with your content heavy. I appreciate that, Eric, man. I appreciate new subscribers coming around and coming around and enjoying the content, man. We're gonna get a lot more content going too. I've been kind of posting a little more frequently than what I had been. My channel lost some momentum too when I got that strike against my channel, but we're gonna rebound heavily. Kobe got 5 chips though. He does. He does. What why you say he got 5? What were you saying when you say he got, what made you say he got 5 chips though? You think I'm downplaying him? Oh, Kobe ain't got no signature. Nah, he got signature moments, bro. Don't do that, Clyde. Kobe got several signature moments, Clyde. We cannot do that. I'm never gonna do that. Kobe got several signature playoff moments for sure. Mills, Penny or McGrady? Woo! I'm gonna have to go with the dude that won a playoff series. Oh man. Nah, man. Mac was an all-time. Like was a great scorer. Great scorer, man. But I'm a journalist. I would love to talk to you sometime about doing the video. Doing a video with you. For sure, bro. For sure. You can hit me on my Instagram, which is Machiavelli _ Mills TV. Or you can just write under one of my posts in my community tab. My community, the section that says post on my YouTube channel. Just hit me right under there, and then I can get with you from there. Or you can get follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at Machiavelli _ Mills TV. And we could do that. We could definitely get on a video or something. How do you feel about foul hunting players like Adrian Danley and SGA? Well, I mean, it's gonna be a part of the game. I think SGA nicer than what people give him credit for, man. I don't think he just foul hunts though. I think SGA Nikola Jokic fans started this thing that all he do is foul hunt. Nikola Jokic fans came up with this idea that SGA is just all he do is try to get fouls. I don't think that's true, man. I think and again, he does. I think he does foul bait at times for sure. I think it's much more to his game than that. Um, I mean, hell, James Harden won an MVP with a nice amount of his game being predicated on drawing fouls. So, I mean, sometimes I think he's more skilled than what people give him credit for. Though. Like, um, hold on one second. Steph owns LeBron. You don't believe that, Juan. You don't even believe that. Kobe, yeah, Steph Curry is not a better player than Kobe Bryant. No, no. I got a lot of love for Steph Curry. A lot of love for Steph. But no, I don't think so. 3-1. Well, I know LeBron came back from that 3-1 lead. Just hit your DM so you can peep when you're free. I bet. For sure, for sure. Uh I just think he don't need to. I mean, he don't need to foul bait. You know what I mean? Some brothers know that. Hey, ref will call it, so they do that. Uh, like I said, Kobe greater than Curry. Yeah, for sure. Curry blew a 3-1 finals lead. He did. And so if we're gonna put it into context, because people like to put stuff into context, when two of Steph Curry's wins against LeBron James came with Kevin Durant is the best player. My mind drew a blank. Kevin Durant was the best player on two of them teams. The first ring they won against LeBron James, the second best player offensively on the Cleveland Cavaliers was Matthew Dellavedova when Golden State beat Cleveland in 2015. Kyrie got hurt. Kevin Love got hurt. LeBron was out there hooping with J.R. Smith, Matthew Dellavedova, Tristan Thompson, Timothy Mozgov, and Iman Shumpert. And they went to 6 games with Matthew Dellavedova as the second best offensive player on the Cleveland Cavaliers. Tremont asked me a really dope question. I'm Chicago like crazy. Your top 5 Chicago high school basketball players that I've seen. The ones I've watched on my own 2 eyes. Number 1 would be Derrick Rose. Number 2 would be Jabari Parker. Number 3 would be Anthony Davis. Number 4 would be Wayne Blackshear, who went to high school with me. Wayne Blackshear played at Louisville with Rick Pitino. He won a national championship with Rick Pitino at Louisville. Number 5 would have to be Sean Dockery. I'm gonna have to put Dockery higher. Sean Dockery from Julian High School. Sean was an animal. He went to Duke though. Picked the wrong school. Got turned into a role player when he was just a 3-and-D guy at Duke. Got turned into a role player, man. Picking the wrong school can really hurt a player, especially when they're young, going to colleges. You go to these big schools, but you finding out, hey, this school wasn't a good fit for you. They wanted you to just play defense and, hit the knock down an open 3. That was never Sean Marion's game. But the best basketball player I ever seen with my own 2 eyes in Chicago, with my own 2 eyes watching, was Derrick Rose, by far. By far. Look how LeBron fans do. He said, do you go out of your way to mention LAB, the weak Miami team in the bubble for his 4th ring? The one that was the hardest ring to ever win, according to him? No. I mean, it happens, right? But I just providing context. I'm providing context. when people say Steph Curry is better than LeBron James because of rings. I'm not going to discount Golden State's ring, but you're not going to tell me that because he got 4 rings like LeBron, he better than LeBron because he won 3. No, I can't give you that when you wasn't even the best player on 2 of the teams you played. That's how LeBron fan do. How I'm gonna give you the credit for the victory? You're not even the best player on your team in 2 of them championships. Steph was not the best player on the team in them championships they won with Golden State. Kevin Durant was. And everybody knew that. Everybody knew that. So, yeah. Now, you say Miami weak. Miami got to the finals though. Nobody was hurt on Miami team either. I'm just telling you, when your second best option, Matthew Dellavedova, baby, what we doing? Hold on. I count Steph as 2015 Finals MVP. I mean, if you want to give it to him, that's cool. The 4th ring he won, he got was weak as hell. Why? Y'all say the Western Conference the toughest conference, right? He went through the Western Conference, right? He beat the team that the Clippers lost to, Nikola Jokic now. Y'all say the Western Conference is the toughest conference. He went through the conference and then won. He wasn't in the weak East, as y'all called it. They were the number 1 team. Yes. The number 1 team in basketball, bro. Clive, 100%. The LA Lakers were the number 1 team in basketball when they won. the number 1 team in the Western Conference. Like, what? I can argue they was going to win no matter who they faced that year. No matter who they faced. So, you see how that work, bro? See how that work? They were the number 1 team in the Western Conference. And y'all have been telling me for years the Western Conference was way tougher than the Eastern Conference. So you gonna tell me that year the Eastern Conference was better, bro? Come on, Black Mom. Was the Eastern Conference better that year? You can't tell me that if Miami made it through. You see what I'm saying? Hey, so look, bro. Juan Wick. If Kobe won that ring, we would keep hearing stories about how it was the hardest ring ever. Y'all got to stop. Because I know how y'all do. When Kobe win, it was always super hard every time he won. So what has he done without West in the West without COVID? I tell you, missed the playoffs, bounced first round. Well, I will say this, man. That's true. That's true. But I can argue that a prime LeBron James still go crazy in the Western Conference. Now, LeBron won his last championship at 35 years old. Now, let me ask you this. What was Kobe Bryant doing at 35 years old? Kobe Bryant last championship he won at 32 years old, bro. 32. So Black Mall, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You're right. He won it from 36 years old and on. He has not won in LA. The man LeBron came to LA. He's about to be 34 years old. So, okay. 35. He won at 35. He's still more won than LeBron. And how many championships was Kobe Bryant the best player on them championship teams? Kobe won a championship where he averaged 15 points a game, bro, in the finals. Like, come on, bro. Come on. Like, I wish LeBron James he could he could win a championship. Win one. And he averaged 15 a game. If LeBron averaged 15 a game, they're losing. They're not winning no championship. No team he on. If he averages 15 a game, they are losing. Kobe averaged 15 in 2000, and they won a championship easily. Yes, we probably hold it against him. Because you're able to win. To say Kobe got 5 and he got the first one he won, he only averaged 15 a game. Boy, you are add-on. Boy, you are a complimentary piece. That's borderline role player for real at 15 a game. Come on, like, yeah. So if you bring that championship up, LeBron James can't ever average 15 a game in a series and win. No, Black Mall. LeBron James could have came into the league back then. He's playing Black Mall. If you bench LeBron James in that era, you're getting fired, Black Mall. Fired. If they would have done it to LeBron, they would have gotten fired. LeBron James was a head and shoulders above Kobe Bryant coming into the league. Don't do that. It's the reason why LeBron went number 1 and Kobe went number 13. Let's be for real, Black Man. Don't do that. If LeBron come into the league at that same time, and you don't play him, you're getting fired. Fired. Because he not coming behind no damn Eddie Jones. Kobe was clearly the best player. Black Mall, he was not better than Shaquille O'Neal since day one. Don't do that. You're not finna say he better than Shaquille O'Neal on day one? Cut it out. Cut it out. No, he was not. He was not, Black Mall. You don't believe that. You don't believe he was if he was the best player on day one, why he got drafted 13 overall? Why? We not finna do this, Black Mall. Dude, I'm not finna let you do that. Don't nobody believe Bean was the best player on the Lakers out day one. But y'all. Y'all only one that believe that. What? He better than Shaquille O'Neal in 96? Hell no. You don't believe that. You add people in DC. The league was older, yes. Yes. But it's a reason why. It's a reason. Hold on. You think LeBron coming off somebody's bench in 96? Hell no. LeBron was the number 1 pick in the draft, and he would have been number 1 back then. They discussed LeBron as the greatest high school basketball player they had seen since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Lou Alcindor. He ain't coming off nobody's bench in 95. 96, sorry. 96. Old or not, if young boy ain't playing, it's hell to play. Dale Harris pull that shit if he want to, he fired. He fired. LeBron had superstars coming to his game. Jay-Z, all them coming to see him play. It's for a reason, man. It wasn't because ESPN hyped him up. Because he was really like that. Like that, for real. I'm not talking like, let's be for real. It's a reason why they had to, Negro, Shaq had to go to college in that era. Listen. And Kevin Garnett came out of high school in Chicago. Come on, man. Let's for real. A lot of them dudes was conditioned to go to college first. One. Did they say Shaquille O'Neal was a better high school basketball player than LeBron James? Hell no. Point proven. Shaquille O'Neal is never discussed as the best high school basketball player they ever seen since Lou Alcindor. Kobe Bryant was never discussed as the best high school basketball player they had seen since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. None of them was. You know who was though? LeBron James. It was dude. Jerry West. The dude that drafted Kobe Bryant said, man, listen, you better take LeBron James. You better take him. You better take him. You hear me? You better take him, Joe. And it wasn't no ifs, ands, or buts about who was the best player. Like who was the number one pick supposed to be, man? It was never gonna be that, bro. Bro, when Kareem, high school players, all them dudes were going to college then. What I'm saying to you, don't do that, Black Mall. You know what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that. What I'm saying is, did they say Kobe Bean Bryant was the best high school basketball player since Kareem? No. Did they say Shaquille O'Neal was the best high school basketball player since Kareem? No. Who did they say was the best high school basketball player since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? LeBron James. So what I'm telling you is, when they give you that type of praise, when celebrities is coming to your games, when you can't even play at your high school arena, you got to play at the college arena, you know something. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And y'all don't want to give him credit for that. Like, no, LeBron James not coming off the bench. And none of them time. If he come off the bench, folks is getting fired around this mob. Yeah, Moses Malone didn't go to college. If LeBron James coming off your bench, people getting fired around here. And they not lasting long. Who is the better pro player? LeBron James. So you said so much changes. So you're telling me Kobe Bryant was a better basketball player than LeBron James in high school, Black Mall? I'm asking you. It don't matter if stuff change. No, no, no. In any era, LeBron James is going to be LeBron. No, you're not putting him on the bench at no point. And if you do, you're getting fired. So you're telling me Kobe Bean Bryant was a better high school player than LeBron? Say it with your chest. You saying Kobe was a better high school player than LeBron? Tell me now. Kobe Bryant was a better high school player than LeBron James. Say that for me. Was he? What is that? Was he? Do you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? What they be trying to do? This is what they try to do to LeBron. Like, oh, he would have came off the bench too. No, he not. I'm telling you, in '95, people didn't look at high school players the way they did now. Hold on. When Kevin Garnett coming out of high school, bro? I swear for God. If Kobe was in the 2000s, he goes first. If Kobe was in the same draft as LeBron James in high school, he not getting drafted before LeBron James. He's not. I know y'all being lovers like to think otherwise. No, he not. No, he not. When Kevin Garnett, you said in 95, KG came out of high school with 95? 95? Now y'all do me a favor. What round what was the pick? What pick was Kevin Garnett? What pick was Kevin Garnett? Because I believe KG came in 95, right? Came in 95. What number he went though? What number he went? I know he didn't go number one. What number he went though? What number he went? What number did KG get drafted at? That was fifth. Okay, higher than Bean. So you said high school players get drafted at that? They didn't, but he went higher than Bean for sure. He went higher than Bean. He went 5 overall, Clive, out of high school. That is outstanding, bro. 5. 5. So why Kobe went 13 and KG went 5? Nah. Now that's the year before Kobe. Now he won. He wasn't number one, but he was damn sure higher than Bean. So we can't talk about how high school player went doing this and that. Why dude went 13 and KG went 5? See what I'm saying? The year before, a high school dude went number 5. He went number 13. Kobe did win national. And look, when LeBron won national high school player of the year, hey, you take LeBron James. Even after Carmelo Anthony just won a national championship as a freshman, you take LeBron James, number 1 overall. Carmelo just led Syracuse to a national championship. National championship. He seen Dwayne Wade go crazy. You seen Dwayne Wade go crazy. Go crazy in the NCAA them tournaments. And you still take LeBron James number 1. Why is that? Why is that? Bean averaged 40 points. Sebastian Telfair averaged like 32 a game. So that's cool. You can average more than LeBron James. Derrick Rose averaged like 25 in high school. Less than a lot of them other dudes did. And you still know what time it is. Brother, Russell Wilson is a Hall of Famer, bro. He is. Dre, you came on here talking about boxing. Dre, let me ask Dre this. Let me ask Dre this one question. You got mad at me about Mike Tyson. Dre, what weight class is a welterweight fight at? Don't take 5, don't take 10 seconds. What weight class is welterweight fights at? Because you got mad at me about Mike Tyson. What weight limit? What weight is a welterweight? Dre. Hey, the clock is ticking, Dre. You take 10 seconds. I know you're looking this shit up. What weight class do welterweights fight in? You talking all this, I bet you don't know what welterweight fight at. Because you got mad at me about Mike Tyson. I bet you $10 you don't know what welterweight fight at. And for real. Russell Wilson getting in the Hall of Fame. Y'all cannot. I know you in Denver. You don't like what he did in Denver. He getting in the Hall of Fame, bro. He is. He is. Not first ballot, but he's gonna get in. He's gonna get in. Now see Dre gone. I knew. See that Dre Coleman. We ain't seen Dre Coleman yet. He get mad at me about Mike Tyson. Can't even tell me where a welterweight fight at. See what I'm saying? You talking about you think some of your takes. He got mad at me about Mike Tyson. Can't even tell me where a welterweight fight at. What weight class or what is the weight limit for welterweight? So okay, like I said, most people don't know ish about boxing. They just watch highlights on TV, on YouTube. Would Kobe have went number 1 overall in '96? That's all I want to know. Too. I want to know too. Is he gonna be number 1 overall? Calvin, Eli Manning about to get up in there. Come on, y'all. Y'all be killing me, man. Like what? Hello, Calvin. Eli gonna get up in there. Eli got 2 championships, right? I don't even remember. Hey, how many Pro Bowls Eli got, man? How many Pro Bowls Eli got? How many Pro Bowls? How many Pro Bowls Russell Wilson got? They gonna get Eli up in there. He got 2 rings though, and both of them he beat Tom Brady. Both of them he beat Tom Brady. How many Pro Bowls Eli got though? How many Pro Bowls Eli got? That's why he went 13 overall. Cause that happened. That's why he went 13 overall. Man, listen. Don't matter where you get drafted when you got 5 of them things, more than KG and Braun. Man, listen. He's still not a better basketball player than LeBron James. 5 rings or not, he ain't better basketball player than LeBron James. It's people that don't even know. Facts, he getting in. Probably. Yeah, Eli getting up in there. How many Pro Bowls Eli got though? I just really want to know that. How many Pro Bowls Eli make? How many Pro Bowls Eli make? I just want to see something real quick. You said Eli's going to Hall of Fame because his last name is Manning. All right, okay, hold on. Let me think of somebody else. Is Phillip Rivers getting in the Hall of Fame to y'all? Phillip Rivers? Is Phillip Rivers getting into the Hall of Fame to y'all? I'm trying to make Eli case. I'm trying to compare something for Hall of Fame purposes. Phillip should be Hall of Fame. Phillip Rivers got what? 60,000 plus passing yards. What, mid 60s? Phillip Rivers got a lot of passing yards, right? Let me see. I wish I had my what's called in front of me right now, so I could look at some stuff. Yeah, I do realize that. What do that got to do? I never said Kobe Bryant wasn't an all-time great player. He is. What you saying that defensive teams make him better than LeBron James? I disagree. I don't got Hakeem Olajuwon before LeBron James, and Hakeem was a better defensive player than LeBron James. Arguably, how long I've been watching boxing? You want to know if I'm a casual? How long, Tavara? Tavara, I've been watching boxing since I was a little itty bitty. I was born in '93. I've been watching boxing with my uncles now for real. Probably since like really since like 98, 99. I was 5, 6 years old. Right now, Tavara. It sounds like you disagree that Mike Tyson is overrated. You disagree. You sound like you disagree with me. Um, Tavara, would you say Mike Tyson? He said, "All right, we good then." I'm gonna say, would you say Mike Tyson is a top 5 heavyweight of all time? Mike Ryan is closer to Eli than really. Ah! Oh, you said no, I don't disagree at all. Actually, is my feeling too. Okay, got you. Hall of Fame is for the best of the best, the dogs of transcendence. Russ don't check those boxes to me. Say Mac is a Chicago brother for real. To the bone, Gristle James. I told you, if you cut my arm right now, mouse sauce will fall out my arm, not blood. But player when defensively he doesn't compare, please, because you can't base it off any intangible. I think he's a more efficient basketball player all the way around. Um, I think he is again to me. LeBron James' prime is longer than Kobe Bryant's prime. Um, if anything, Kobe Bryant after the age 32, yeah, really pretty much went downhill. Now, some you could say it's about injury and all of that, but again, Bron is a more efficient basketball player all the way around. For real. Um, at a point, you can drop LeBron James on any team in the NBA, and they were playoff bound on any team. At a point, any team for real. You drop LeBron on, they go into the playoffs. And I can say between 2008, 2009 to 2018, from 2008, like a 10-year span, if you put LeBron James on any team, they're going to the playoffs. I really felt like that on any team, whether it be East or Western Conference. He was good enough to get you to the playoffs. In that 10-year period, 2008, 2018, you going to the playoffs with dude. 2007, really, honestly, about 2007, but I'll give you 2008. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, y'all. Nah, I got Michael Jordan #1, Black Mom. So that ain't even true for me. I just feel like LeBron was just a more, to me, in my opinion, more of a transcendent player. I just think if you put LeBron on, I don't know if I can say the same thing about Cole. Any team you drop him on for a 10-year period, they go into the playoffs. I can't say that. I got LeBron James #2 overall, but if you put Kareem Abdul-Jabbar over LeBron James, I have no disagreement with that because Kareem was that. And by the way, man, y'all act like rings matter. Why y'all don't put Kareem Abdul-Jabbar above Kobe Bryant? Kareem got 6 championships. Because y'all say LeBron got 4, Kobe got 5. Why don't y'all apply that same logic to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar over Kobe? Because y'all will sit here and tell me Kobe #2 overall. When Kareem got 6 championships, Kareem got more league MVPs than Kobe. He got more finals MVPs than Kobe. He scored more points than Kobe. All of that. But you don't put Kareem #2. You see what I'm saying? So if you're going to tell me it's all about championships, why you don't got Kareem? Why you can't got Kareem ahead of Kobe? You see what I'm saying? that logic only applies to LeBron. That'd be the problem. They only apply that logic to LeBron James. But when I use it against Kobe Bryant with a guy who got way more, do you got Kobe ahead of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar though? TMD again. I just think LeBron James. I just think LeBron James is like, well, how many Bron got more league MVPs? No, he don't. No, he don't. No, you don't. How many? I think shit. Kareem got like 5 league MVPs. That's what I said. I like LeBron. I prefer LeBron. But if you got Kareem #2, I give you that. I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna argue with you. I got LeBron #2. But if you got Kareem, hold on. You got Kareem over Bron, I'm not gonna fight you on that. Nah, I ain't putting no other folk to me. Anybody else though, I'm gonna argue with you now. Anybody else for real? As a UCLA fan, Kareem gets more than he deserves. He won 1 championship in the '70s, which had 0 consecutive champions. Magic low-key made his legacy. Ooh, ooh. So if you ask most older gentlemen, my dad will tell you Magic Johnson, the greatest Laker to ever play. Um, my dad will tell you Magic Johnson, the greatest Laker to ever play. Kareem is 1980 Finals MVP because his mother last game he was by far the best player. Uh, like mother last game. He missed the last game. He said we gonna talk about bro. I talked about Mike for a long time in the beginning, Isaiah, a ton, and we just transitioned to something else. I was talking about Mike for a good 40, 50 minutes, bro. I promise you I was. We can get back to Mike Tyson though. We get back to Mike Tyson because some of y'all came in at the wrong time. But yeah, man, I just think I think Mike. Somebody asked me that I see De La Hoya and Felix Trinidad. Yes, I did. I did see that. I did see that. I did see that. Because most of the time, people come in the comments want to argue with me about LeBron James. They do want to argue. I do agree. Tim Duncan is very disrespected and looked over 100%. I do agree that. I do agree with that. But no, when I be saying stuff about Mike Tyson being overrated, I think people look at it as disrespect. But again, me being a fan of boxing, I know Mike didn't beat nobody. I know Mike didn't beat anybody that was elite during his run for real. And I can't have a guy be number 2 overall, the second best heavyweight ever, and he never beat an elite fighter in a prime. That's where the confusion comes in and where people get upset with me. Because I tell them Mike Tyson, yeah, he was knocking folks out and all that, but again, who was he knocking out? I always ask, who was he knocking out during that time period? None of them dudes was elite. Some of them was solid, some of them was good, some of them was solid. None of them was no elite dudes. When he fought the elite competition, he lost. He lost. Not finna say Frank Bruno was elite. I'm not finna say Trevor Berbick and what you call it, Trevor Berbick and Michael Spinks. Michael Spinks was elite as a light heavyweight. So yeah. I think Mike Tyson, you're absolutely right, Black Mall. Mike Tyson sells. The general public, Mike Tyson had a story. He was same like Tank. Same like Tank. Tank puts butts in the seats because he knocks people out. I remember when Devin Haney was making his rise after he became undisputed at 135. And I said this might end up being like Evander Holyfield and Mike Tyson, where Devin has great wins, a great resume. He becomes champion across several divisions, but he's never going to have the streets like Tank Davis has it. And that same thing with Evander, never had the streets. He never had the streets and he never had the world in the palm of his hands the way Mike Tyson had it. And Evander was a better champion than Mike. But he didn't resonate to the people the way Mike Tyson did. Mike had a certain bravado. He came out to hip hop music. Evander would come out to like, gospel type music type stuff. He didn't, as great as he was, he didn't get the casual fan like, yo, I want to see everything he does. Mike Tyson, people wanted to see everything Mike Tyson did. Everything. And it was all about the boom, the knockout power. Yeah, 87-92 is weak heavyweight boxing in terms of depth. Yeah, man, and Mike didn't fight Riddick Bowe, Big Daddy Riddick Bowe, man. Hey, yo, man, I keep saying Riddick Bowe. I think Riddick would have beat Mike, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Yeah, man, I think because of the fact that Tank knocks people out and he has such tremendous punching power, he's always going to be a bigger draw than the other guys that I named. Especially if nobody comes outright and just whoops him. If you don't whoop him and beat him for real, he's going to keep being the draw. Because the casual person does not like to watch fights go to decision. There are a lot of people think if a fight ends in decision is boring. There are a lot of people who think that the sweet science is boring. They only want to see somebody getting cracked and going to the canvas. Tank is going to deliver that majority of the time. And Tank not even a volume puncher. He doesn't even throw a lot of punches. And people don't know it because he's always putting people on the canvas and knocking them out. He's not a guy that throws a whole lot of punches at all. He waits for openings, counters you, and hurts you. Gets you up out of there. A lot of times he let opponents tire out a little bit and then finds an opening, boom. But yeah, I don't think Shakur and Devin never gonna have the public like the streets and the public the way Tank does. Tank get the rappers to come out. Rappers not coming to Tank, Devin, and Shakur fights because a lot of them don't even have. Let me stop talking about. I love rap music. Don't make me start. We don't have to get mad. Mike was that guy. Period. I mean, he was, but Buck Preacher, he's not a top 5 heavyweight. He just makes top 10, and we being honest. So yeah. Black Mom say, Mag, most people don't like sports. They like celebrities who participate in sports. This is why people go so hard for their favorite athlete. Yeah. I think sports is a microcosm of society, but it also is like you gravitate to athletes for certain reasons. Some gravitate to athletes because of their demeanor. They feel like their demeanor is closer to theirs, or they feel like the guy acts in a way that I would act if I was champion, or I like they act in a way I would like my champion to act like. Um, they gravitate to people for tribalism. Clive is correct. That's why you see black folks going for the black fighters, Hispanics going for the Hispanic fighters, um, the Filipinos going for the Filipino guy. So there's so many different reasons why people cling to certain athletes. Some like a good story. If a fighter has an intriguing backstory, they go for that fighter because of what they overcame, what they went through in life. Part of that is a big reason why you have people galvanizing behind Deontay Wilder. Deontay was the only American in the mix. He only got into boxing because he was looking for money to take care of his daughter's spina bifida surgeries, etc., pay for her medical expenses. He didn't grow up wanting to be a fighter. He wasn't in the amateurs growing up. He wasn't. I mean, he boxed in the amateurs, but he didn't start boxing until he was almost 20 years old. I think, he might have been 19 or 20. Might have been 20. Most guys who box, they've been boxing since they were little itty bitty boys. Yeah, Deontay's a brawler, man. He was never no boxer for real. He was a brawler with a cannon. He had a cannon in his right hand. He was blessed from God with power. But he didn't grow up wanting to be a fighter. He didn't grow up training to be a fighter. He got into fighting because he thought you can make quick money off of boxing. He needed money for his daughter's surgery. He started getting into boxing. He liked it a lot. And he's like, man, he thought I could be a journeyman and make some little money to help my daughter. He started liking boxing in the course of fighting. But he didn't grow up like, man, he wasn't taught the sweet science like a Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was groomed to be a fighter. From the time he came out of the womb, he came up in a fighting family. His uncles both were fighters. Roger Mayweather, the original Black Mamba. Roger Mayweather's nickname was the Black Mamba. He had that name before Kobe. Roger was a 2-time champion. Big Floyd, his father, and them taught him how to fight since he was a toddler. So he was born for that. Deontay, man, he kind of just fell into it. And his power took him a long way because he had God gifted power where you could outbox him the whole fight. And if he hit that shot and he hit you clean, he didn't have to hit you clean a lot of times. He can graze you and hurt you. He just had otherworldly power. And it took him a long way. It took him the heavyweight champion. And he had 10 successful title defenses, But it always mattered when you fight an elite guy like Tyson Fury. Elite guys they know how to overcome power a lot of times. They know how to fight dudes with power. And you know how to fight Deontay, even though Deontay had that cannon. And Tyson Fury got hurt by that cannon and still was able to figure out ways to win. Black Mall say most people like the most popular thing because they feel like they have to. Um, we all know the Lakers, Cowboy fans who believe Drake is. Yeah, I think the branding of certain teams and certain players that matters. Marketing, branding for them. Mike Tyson's marketing was phenomenal, but his marketing was because of the knockouts, right? He had Mike Tyson Punch Out video game. You know, um, people in the street. Yeah, it was just. I can only imagine living through Tyson's prime. I wasn't even alive during Mike Tyson's prime, but I can only imagine living through that era and seeing him. Yeah, Pernell Whitaker, Ray Leonard beat Floyd Sr. for sure. Grammys World say depends on which Bo we get. Sometimes Bo would neglect his strengths or play with his food. He and Tommy Hearns were my Tommy the Hitman Hearns. Tommy Hearns was phenomenal, man. Motor City Cobra. Shout out to the Motor City Cobra. Motor City Cobra was phenomenal, man. For real. Tommy, how did Tommy go up in weight? Tommy might have went all the way up to light heavyweight from 47. I think Tommy went all the way up to light heavyweight. He did. He did. He did go to light heavyweight from 147 from welterweight. And look, you see how my man Drake Coleman didn't get back up in here when I asked him, because he was the main one talking about I was tripping about Mike Tyson and still couldn't tell me what weight was welterweight at. He skedaddled, as I predicted. It's all love, Dre, though. It's all love. I still love you, Dre. James said, imagine paying $50 for a fight that ends in 10 seconds. Yeah, but except pay-per-views was a little cheaper. At that time, pay-per-views might have been like $25, I believe, James. I could be wrong, but at that time, pay-per-views, I think, were like $25 at that time. But my dad, if you had paid for that illegal cable from my daddy, my father could give you the cable box to get the fights for free. If you pay that fee if you pay for that box, if you pay $250 from my daddy, he give you he give you the box to give you the fights for the free 99. Back in the day, my daddy was the cable hookup. Tommy Hearns should be in jail for what he did to Martin. Shout out Martin, man. Martin had a lot of classic episodes. A lot of classic episodes, man. For sure. I'm on here yawning some more. He's like, you know I'm up beyond my time, man. You feel me? Gina, give me a kiss. Gina did that. She blew the kiss at my boy. She said, brother, you're looking hideous over there. Gemini say just got in the crib. I'm lit. What's going on? Oh man, I was just I kind of was just rehashing the conversation. I wasn't rehashing. I was adding on to the points that I made about Mike being overrated the other day. And why Mike is overrated. I kind of feel like I didn't go into specific reasons why. I didn't explain it the way I wanted to in the previous live stream I did. In the Hood, Channel 98 had all the pay-per-views. It was fuzzy, but I watched boxing and wrestling on it. Grammys World, where you from, bro? Where you from? Most casual think he the greatest of top three, but truly he's not. Yeah, yeah. And I'm not saying he wasn't a great fighter, but he's nowhere near what people think. Mills, you catching SummerSlam today? Oh, you got to pay for like pay-per-view price for that, right? And I ain't into wrestling to where I'm gonna pay for them pay-per-views. I ain't gonna lie, Jabari. I grew up loving wrestling, but I ain't into it today where I'm gonna pay for the pay-per-view. To be real with you, if you got to pay for the pay-per-view, I feel like I feel like I know you have to. I ain't gonna do it. It's on Peacock. All you gotta do is have a Peacock subscription. Is all you need, or you gotta pay some extra when you got the Peacock subscription. It's regularly on Peacock for regular Peacock subscription prices. If that's the case, I'm gonna watch it then. Well, no, I'm gonna be at work. Shoot, what time? All right, man. Y'all know I work on Sunday night, so I'll probably be at work by the time it probably be. Well, nah, I mean that depends. That's smooth in. I'm gonna get my sister Peacock log in. My sister got the Peacock, man. He's about to call out for SummerSlam. Oh, that's cool then. I can watch it then, But I got work though, so sure I might be sleep. I might be sleep before I have to go in, boss. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, man. But look, y'all, I've been on this thing way too long, bro. I'm finna get ahead, go to sleep, get some rest real quick. I gotta get up a little early, a little bit. Not too early. I'm lying. Ain't too early. Decently early. So I'm gonna go to sleep, get some rest. I'm gonna holler at y'all tomorrow though. I'll let y'all tomorrow before I go in for work. But I'm out this thing, y'all. Peace.